Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a Psalms 119 morning. Let's go to verse 53. Indignation has taken hold of me because of the wicked who forsake your law. We are going through some times, yes, that now, like the psalmist, we are horrified by some of the things that people are doing and the ramifications that we know that it's going to cause. Especially as Christians, we know that we reap what we sow. We know that there is a consequence for our sin. But that starts way earlier before now. That starts in the heart of man. I have to tell you about my son, elementary school age. And it was a spring break. They had come home, and he had to be about, because I know it's before I started homeschooling, so maybe second grade, okay? Third grade, right in there. And so Trevor comes home and he has this turtle. It was black. It was really beautiful, all the markings, and it had this one red dot that just really got your attention. And I was like, son, where did you get the turtle from? So he gives us this beautiful story of how he was on the playground and mama, I was on the monkey bars. And by the time I swung to the third ring and something caught my eye. And I looked and mama, there it was, the turtle. And he tells us, and I was like, well, what did you do? Wait a minute, you found on the playground? Where did you have the turtle all day? He said, well, I put the turtle in my pocket. And I start thinking, all day he had a turtle in his pocket? But anyway, I was just like, well, okay. Didn't think nothing about it. Then I noticed that everywhere we went, at that time they was going to the in-laws house after school. And so then everybody was asking questions. My husband gets there and he's like, hey, where'd you get that turtle from? Then even my father-in-law says, where did you get that turtle from? And my son tells the exact same story. I was on the playground. I was on the monkey bars. I swung to the third one and something caught my eye. But my father-in-law looks at the turtle and he's such a smart man. He was just like, this ain't the kind of turtle that just wanders. And he began to start telling, I don't know what the names are, but he gets started talking about the markings on it and how it's not just really a turtle that's out walking around. Anyway, we get home. I want to say it was a couple of days later. It was at the end of spring break, and a couple of days, and it had to be close to the end. No, I can't remember. I'm horrible with dates, but I know it had been a couple of days that gone by. And my husband is saying, hey, let me go listen to the messages. And he's going through the messages, and he hears the teacher talking on the recording saying, Mr. Massenberg, I'm just making phone calls. The classroom's mascot turtle has been missing. As soon as we heard it, we let it play, and my son was in the room. He got totally still, and I looked at him. First of all, guys, I was horrified. I have my children have been raised in the church, Sunday school, everything. That's one of the first things you teach them: do not steal, right? But not only did he steal the classroom mascot turtle, that joker was lying through his teeth. When I tell you that's one of our biggest, I keep telling y'all my husband's the disciplinarian and I pull back. But on this, I was horrified by my son's actions. He did something that he knew it was wrong. You should have saw him. When that recording played, he was like, you know how your kids do. Never think just because you've taught them that they won't go there, right? So anyway, I laugh about it now, but my husband, oh my goodness, the consequence, he wore him out. He dealt diligently, bountifully with his son that he would never repeat that again, right? So I'm going to tell y'all, as the psalmist, I totally understand those times might be there. However, begin to teach, learn. We're going to continue to pray for our nation. It's not something to get down on. It's something to get excited about what God can do, right? So go out and have you a happy good morning.